Welcome back to the Next Mission Podcast. I'm your host, Alex Leonovich. Over the past 3 episodes, we've walked through the home finance process together. We've talked about building your financial strategy. We've discussed what really happens during underwriting. And last week, we explored how buyers can write competitive offers and why preparation creates confidence. Today, I'd like to finish our lending series by talking about something that's deeply personal to me, the VA home loan. After serving 30 years in the United States Army, I've had the privilege of working alongside extraordinary men and women who sacrifice greatly in service of their country. One of the ways that our nation thanks those who have served is through the VA home loan. In my opinion, it's one of the greatest mortgage benefits that was ever created. Unfortunately, it's also one of the most misunderstood. So today, let's separate the facts from fiction. Here are some of the myths that maybe you've heard about. VA loans take too long, right? I was even told within my own organization to plan for a conventional loan for 30 days and closing on a VA loan for 45 days. And it wasn't until I talked to our in-house lender that I was corrected on that myth, right? So that's absolutely wrong. You've probably also heard that sellers pay more extra fees. You've probably heard VA appraisals are impossible, or that some of the inspections, like wood-destroying organisms, are really challenging. I'm going to add one more myth that maybe you haven't heard of, and this may be for my realtors. VA buyers are weak buyers. So let me start off with some of the strongest buyers you'll ever represent use VA loans. Many have stable careers, consistent income, disciplined financial habits, outstanding credit, excellent documentation. The loan doesn't make the buyer weak. Preparation makes the buyer strong. And that's what we've been talking about here on this podcast, is preparation. So let's talk about the advantages of the VA loan. No down payment means veterans keep more of their emergency savings. No PMI means more money stays in the family budget. Competitive rates means lower monthly payments. So if you're a realtor listening today, I want to challenge you. Learn the VA loan. There is plenty of training out there online for free within the National Association of Realtors or your local realtor association, right? I see it all the time. Not hard to find. Take it, learn it, understand it. Don't rely on stories that you heard 10 years ago, and don't reject an offer because it says VA. Evaluate the buyer, evaluate the lender, we've been talking about that, and evaluate the strength of the file. That's what professionalism looks like in our business, and that's powerful. As we wrap up this 4-part series on home financing, I hope you've come away with a deeper understanding of the lending process and greater confidence in your ability to navigate it. Over the past several weeks, we've talked about building a financial strategy before ever looking at homes. We've explored what really happens during underwriting, how to write a competitive offer, and today we've looked at one of the greatest benefits available to those who have served their country, the VA loan. But I hope you've noticed something. This series wasn't really about mortgages. It was about preparation. It was about understanding the process before jumping into the middle of it. It was about surrounding yourself with the right people. And it was about making informed decisions with confidence. During my 30 years in the Army, I learned that successful missions rarely happen by accident. They were the result of preparation, clear communication, disciplined planning, and the right team that understood the mission. Buying a home isn't any different. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, a growing family maybe looking for more space, a veteran using their hard-earned VA benefits, or someone preparing for their next chapter in life, the right preparation can make all the difference. If you're here in the Greater Tampa Bay area and you're thinking about buying or selling a home, I'd be honored to be a resource for you. Whether you have questions about financing, the buying process, specific neighborhoods, or simply aren't sure where to begin, don't hesitate to reach out. Even if you're months or even a year away from your move, I'm always happy to help you plan. Because that's what this podcast is all about. Helping you make confident real estate decisions through education, preparation, and trusted guidance. Now, before we celebrate getting the keys to your new home, there's one more critical piece of information for the puzzle. How do you protect one of your largest investments you'll ever make? That's exactly where we're going to be headed next. In episode 9, next week, we'll begin a brand new series focused on home ownership with a conversation about homeowners insurance. We'll answer questions like, what does homeowners insurance actually cover? How much coverage do you really need? What's the difference between replacement costs and market value? What are common gaps in coverage that every Florida homeowner should understand? And how can you protect your home, your largest financial asset, and your financial future from unexpected surprises? If you're buying a home, already own one, or simply want to better understand how to protect your investment, I hope you'll join me for that conversation. Thank you for joining me on the Next Mission podcast. And remember, preparation creates confidence, communication builds trust, education reduces anxiety, and every successful mission begins with a plan. I'm Alex Leonovich, and until next time, I'll see you on the next mission.